Hi friends and companions along this path of spiritual practice. I've been wondering how this practice is moving along for all of you. The story about Prince Siddhartha moving beyond the enclosure of the palace is not just a story. It parallels a method of meditation practice. We begin with that enclosed practice, focusing on our breath or any single object. It anchors our concentration, it anchors our meditation. But then our practice moves beyond into this greater place of awareness, whether it's of death, old age, sickness, a greater awareness of the existential matters of being human. In the 9th century, the Chinese Chan master, Master Linji Yixuan, in the record of his teaching said something like this: whatever confronts you, don't believe it. When something arises, shine your light upon it. Have confidence in the light that is always working within us. Master Linji is talking about two kinds of light. The first one is within the purview of our conscious control. When something arises, shine your light upon it is about this conscious light called concentration or focus. It is that very focused attention on our breath or a mantra or a koan, but it may grab our attention asking us to notice it, or it might more gently ask us to just linger with the breath, with whatever sensation. But whatever arises, Master Linji asks, let your light shine upon it. The second light is a deeper light we might call awareness. It is a light, or better yet, it is something that is bringing into light. Have confidence in this deeper light, says Master Linji, that is always working within us. It might be bringing into light a place of hurt, the places where we carry wounds, or joy and love that is underappreciated. But there is a deeper light that brings into our awareness these workings that may not always be at the center of our focus. And of course, these two lights are working in relationship with one another. As we expand our focus into a greater diffuse awareness, we notice something being illumined. And then we bring our attention, as we did to our breath, we bring our attention to that. As we continue to deepen in this practice, no doubt that you are encountering places that are in the shadows, darker places where the light of awareness has not yet quite penetrated into clarity and into understanding. But you also may have begun to realize that even though you can't see into those shadowy places, that you do have the capacity to sort of sit there and sort of wander into those darker places. So here's the invitation and instruction for further practice. as you notice those places of shadow, of darker uncertainty, park yourself right there without insisting that you can see into it or that you can grasp what's hidden in that shadow. Just notice the no trespassing sign. You don't yet have to be able to go beyond the sign. Just find the confidence to park yourself right next to the no trespassing sign. And simply be aware of what occurs in your experience. Notice how the mind wants to slip away or get caught up in something else. Just bring yourself back to that no trespassing sign and notice whether the no trespassing sign is really about fear. No trespassing. If you go beyond this, you will encounter fear and terror. Or maybe it's not fear, maybe it's discomfort. No trespassing. Anyone who goes beyond the sign, you will experience a lot of discomfort, a lot of misery. Or maybe the no trespassing sign is even more explicitly saying, oh, look at that. That's more interesting. Don't you have things better to do? It might not be fear or discomfort, but you might notice that it's really about misdirection. As you park yourself right there at the sign, you expand your awareness to all of the dynamics that are circulating around that sign. For some of us, as we are parked there, you might notice that the no trespassing sign begins to soften. Or you might begin to recognize all of the misdirections sort of quieting over time. You might begin to recognize that there are resources and strengths that are being brought into illumination around that sign. But friends, as we continue to understand Buddhist practice, we begin to have confidence, even if we cannot see into the shadow. We have confidence that we can sit near that sign until it begins to yield wisdom and insight into the great existential questions and matters that concern us. So friends, I look forward to meeting you at that place with the no trespassing sign and finding our way forward. And so we continue with our practice.